Welcome, everybody. This is Dimanche, Dimash. This is a host. I'm a host. I'm the host. Wouldn't you know? My name's Jeff. But this is a show. Holy smokes. Maybe I need to go back and have another nap. This is a show dedicated to Dimash Qudaibergen and all of his music, his talent, and his good kind nature, his spirit. I always talk about his spirit because it's something that stands out to me. Artists, there's so many artists. There's a few artists that stand out to me. Their good kind nature. I don't want to get into all those other artists on this particular show. I would like to talk about a few things. I want to talk about my viewers. This particular song was a suggestion by Analia9306, and that is the heart and soul of it's the heartbeat of my channel. The direction that I go in is often not my choosing. It's suggestions or people have mentioned an artist. I had just earlier today on another reaction that I did for an artist, Electric Callboy. I had a viewer say we were talking about talent in Germany, and she mentioned an artist and said if you've ever heard of him or them. And I'm like, yeah, like I was listening to that artist in the 90s and I thought like they were a one-hit wonder, and it turns out no. They have like 7 studio albums and their last one was in 2022. And so for me, I'm thinking, well, there's no better way for me to experience or re-experience an artist that I haven't heard in a long time. There's no better way than to do it on my channel. And that's because this is exciting for me. It could be exciting for the fan of that band to see someone like find them again, or to be reinvigorated by their music, music that this fan might love. And so it can be scary because just today I released a reaction to Cattle Decapitation. Now, don't let the name of that band fool you. These guys, the whole purpose of their music is to they are a fight against like using animals to feed the masses. The process of feeding the world through like these production methods. They're against it. So they are a fan of PETA, of what I mean? So like they're a heavy metal band. They're called Cattle Decapitation. It's a great metal name, but their purpose is a just honorable purpose. And I reacted to one of their songs for the first time. Like I'd never heard of these guys before. They're from the 90s, or I think even earlier. And I said I gave it like a 7.8 out of 10. Super cool song. Video's great. And there was a portion of it that was less metal. And I was like, ugh. And so now I've been thinking about it for a few days, wondering, I wonder if that's going to hurt some feelings and rub people the wrong way, that there was a portion of the song that I didn't like. And like that's just the reality of a reaction. And if you want me to be genuine, then there are going to be times when I'm going to be, I don't want to say turned off, but there'll be times when I'm just not sure. And you'll see it. You may not hear me say it, but you'll see it in my face, and that's just a reality. Thankfully, Dimash has not done that. He has not. I expect greatness, and I'm blown away every time. So I'm not thinking that this is going to be any different. I would like to, I don't remember if on my last video, I think, I think I did, but I wanted to say that earlier this week, my channel had reached 3,000 subscribers, and I'm mentioning that because when I went from Ren to Dimash, there was a huge jump in my subscriber total and my viewership. It grew immensely, and I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for continuing to support me, to interacting with me. I love that. That's a big part of why I do this. It's the interaction that I get with you guys. I appreciate your input. There's been controversy. That very first video that I did, you guys saw me pick up my phone, and you saw me doing one of these, and a lot of you thought that I was distracted from my phone, away from Dimash's music, but I was actually doing a Wikipedia search to learn more about him. And maybe it was at the wrong time, but some of you have said do some research before you do a video, and I find that if I do that, it kind of takes away from the reaction, and so it's a tough balance. But I appreciate that. It's taught me to have the proper focus, to know where to direct my focus to. And I can have my phone in front of me here, and what is on? It's the suggestions that I've had from you guys, and it's got my the suggestion from Analia, and I just wanted to have that suggestion in front of me so that I can show support for the viewer that has suggested this song. I'd like to do that. I'd like to shout you out and give you the props that you deserve, because I appreciate you. And I also like to keep a pen nearby and a piece of paper so that I can write down at what point I need you guys to skip ahead to if you don't want to listen to me talk forever. So 7.5, and I'll just put Dimash, and then I know to write that in the description so that you guys know, hey, skip ahead to here. So if you guys are just coming to this point, I talked about a direction of a channel. I talked about my love for your support and how I hit 3,000 subscribers earlier this week. That is super cool. I'm stoked about it. It tells me that I'm on the right path, and the growth of my channel is what it is. It's organic, and I appreciate that. I'm super stoked for where I'm at in that. And I've just created an Insta, and there's one picture on there. I'll link it in my bio, so if you want to go and check out the Insta, I'll just be posting some various things on there. I'm not sure what exactly, but I was prompted to do it, and I did it, so there it is. Let's get right into this one so we're not jibber-jabbering too much longer. I was sorry, I got closed captionings are off, and I have my audio settings set to hear music through my speakers, which I have right here. I watch hockey on my PC, and I also play video games on my PC, and I want to make sure that I can jump back and forth. So here we are. I'm sorry. You have to give me a moment. I just got a text from my dad, and it said hospital called, so I'm really sorry. I gotta check this. Okay, I'm so sorry. Ah, my goodness. My dad, he's got to go in for surgery, and it's been all on all of our minds. He's healthy. he's healthy, and as a result, the hospitals have been kind of putting off his date to make room for people who kind of need to get in sooner. And it went on for months and months and months and months and months. And he finally connected with his family doctor, and the guy said, "Whoa, this has been way too long," and they're gonna try and get him in. And he's got a tentative date. It's a couple weeks from now, and we're really looking forward to that, so he can get back to his regular life. And so we've been waiting for this text. It just came now, so I'm just a little bit like, I saw only a portion of his text that come across my screen. Hospital called with TE. And I'm like, TE, is that terrible news? I had to check. I'm sorry. I'm going to redo this. This is starting to look like it's going to be like kind of a tearjerker of a song, and now I'm emotional. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. His face in this video, okay? Like he rehearses, and he practices, and he does his vocal coaching, and he's been on stage many times, and he knows how to perform, but his emotion is raw. I can see it in his face. The emotion of his singing in this song at the very beginning, it's so pure. It's like I can feel, if there was no sound, I can feel it in like how he's holding himself, how he's singing. Tell me I'm wrong, but that's what I think. That's what I feel. What's going on there? Like, is it the lighting? But every now and again, it looks like he turns into a cartoon. Is it just me? Or is there, like, is this some kind of a special effect? And the other thing I wanted to mention is the backdrop, okay? It feels like, I don't know, to me anyway, so like my experience is limited, and also, I have many experiences. My headphone stand, I put it down, and all of a sudden I've got this extension as an armrest. The feeling I get from the backdrop, the way the stage is set up, it feels like, I don't know, I don't want to say, but like it reminds me of, I don't know if I should say this, reminds me of Jesus, what I would think it was like back then, I don't know, it's just a thing. Anyway, it's just, maybe it's dumb. Maybe not. love his voice. He is so strong. Like, I got a tear in my eye. It just happens every single time. I get a wash of emotion when I hear him sing his songs at certain points. Like, oh, it's so crazy. How am I got this tear in my eye? It's so weird, like how he can invoke that emotion inside of me just from like a note, or like a run. He's so good at that. And yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I seen the backdrop, and then I thought about Jesus in the manger. I don't know. Obviously, at the very next scene, it did not invoke that in me. It was I seen a couple, and I saw this distance between them, no matter how close they were to each other in that scene. And then he goes on to talk about this love that maybe was a lie, and wow, that is such a hard topic to talk about, or to hear about in a song. So many people struggle in relationships, and it's hard to really know how your partner feels about you sometimes, or what's going on in their head. Like, why do you feel distant from them? There's just so much, and it can be so difficult. I have a spiritual guide, and he talks about love, and he says, when you love, he promises, I promise you, he says, that you will experience pain, but it's worth it. That's what he says. I hear him say this yearly. I promise you pain. If you choose to love someone, I promise you pain. And you may, and he says, you may go your whole life and never experience one dispute, one fight, one disagreement, but one of you will die before the other. Chances are. And then there will be pain felt in that relationship. But it was so worth it. And I fear, like, in now talking about like my dad in the surgery, and there's a little bit of apprehension there. My dad was a great man. He is a great man, not was. He is a great man. But my whole life growing up, he's tried his best to provide for us as a family, and he had provided so well for us. And he has made me into, like, all the good parts about me are product of my parents. Okay, I don't want to say any of the negative parts about me. Like, I have definitely got some negative parts about me that I'm working on still to this day. But my dad was a great man. He taught me so many great things. He taught me so many great things. I love that guy so much. Yeah, let's just carry on. I'm going off here. Whoa. Okay. So much, eh? So much. Like, I'm thinking about family, about my dad, what's going on with him. I'm thinking about relationships, struggles. I'm thinking about Dimash and the video and the words of the song, deception. There's just so much going on, so much flowing through. And like hearing him, like he's so passionate in his singing, like you can feel emotion. I'm obviously reading the words in the closed caption and the subtitles, so I can understand what he's saying because I don't know that language. But like even without that, with that, had I not noticed that it was off and I didn't turn it on, it would be so easy to feel what he's singing about with the images behind him. And wow, I'm just overwhelmed. Like when I get those feelings, I bottle up. I cross. You might have seen that. I crossed my arms, and I didn't make a move, eh? And I was just feeling it, like in my whole being, like almost maybe embracing myself to get through that hard feeling that I have, shaky and like grief, like feeling lost or feeling like I've lost, or a fear of the unknown, a fear of like, what if this is the end? That is like something that I struggle with so much. And uh, and and like it's almost like I wanna just make this video private so nobody can see me feel this, but like how would that, like, what would that mean for a channel that is a reaction channel mostly? you know like, this is what you guys want to see. And I appreciate a lot of you have defended my jibber jabber, because it's a reaction to what is going on around the artist, around the channel, around the song. It relates, but it can be a bit much sometimes, and I get that. I can't get out of this feeling. That was a beautiful song, but a sad one, right? And why was it recommended to me? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because when I write it down on my list, I write down the song, the artist, and who suggested it, with no context. So there was a response in the comments on one of my videos, and I left out the context. So I don't recall why, but this particular person, Analia, let's see, it was Analia. I don't remember the. Oh shit! I swore I'm getting a call from work. Hang on a sec. So much craziness. So sorry about that. Work, important. I have a full-time job. I do this on the side. It's fun. Wow, what a video, eh? What a video. I'm going to end this right now. I'm so sorry. I could edit everything out, but I'm not going to edit it out because, I don't know, I just don't like editing. Honestly, it's a lot of work, and I don't want you guys to think that something else is going on. So I add this stuff in there. It's kind of part of my life, but work was important. My dad is definitely important. And, you guys are important too. And so I'm just gonna, maybe make an explanation at the beginning. Be prepared. Um, it's life, right? What can you do? Like, I cannot turn life off. But this is Dimanche. This is a show dedicated to Dimash and his music and his spirit. And I just appreciate all you guys. This is a dedication to you guys as well for your continued support. But this is behind the scenes. This is like what happens in my life. It's a full life, and it never, ever, ever stops. I appreciate my morning coffee, and I have that. I have a spot where I sit by all my plants, and the sun shines through the window, and I enjoy that spot, and I get to do that for the start of my day. And that is the only time where kind of time stands still for, for a little bit there. And then off to the races I go. So thank you all for your support. I'm going to end this video now, 25 minutes. I know it's crazy. It is what it is. Thanks for your support. Keep coming back. Stay blessed, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.